sustainability products, and we do shipping container conversions. We do shipping container conversions of homes, offices, medical units, community centres. In 2014, myself and Brad Berman started the company. So the company was originally named Berman Cadell Housing Concepts, and in 2015 we took on a third partner, which is Nick Tomatoes, and changed the company name to Sustainability Products. Originally I had seen housing that had been done for student accommodation in Amsterdam by a company that had decided to do student accommodation, working with being able to move the accommodation if they needed to. And Brad and I mentioned it to each other at a mutual friend's party, and he said, why don't you start your own company? And it's not that easy. So over the first 3 months it was a discussion of how we could do it, and we believed if we built it, people would come. So we did. We started the process of building the show village and launched on the 16th of October 2014. The highlights were being able to convince the public that the misconception of a shipping container on the back of a truck or on the back of the side of the road was really different to what you could do with it. I think in Europe and all over they're using it more widely than what we are here. And 3 years ago people sort of walked around with blinkers on, not wanting to even look at containers, thinking that it would be like a normal office container on a building site. Generally the client would obviously have to have their piece of land first. So first thing I ask the client is what your deed of sale said with regards to what you're able to build on a piece of land. Then we look at how many bedrooms they want, sort of what size they want, and although we build with 6 metre and 12 metre containers, it almost pays you to build with a 12 metre if you have the space. And then decide how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what the size of the land is that they're using, the shape of the land. We have turnkey solutions and we have custom solutions. So for the turnkey solutions it's a very simple plug and play system, but for custom designs like Pringle Bay, it would be an architect getting involved to submit plans to the council and have them approved and built from there onwards. We use second-hand containers, we don't use decommissioned containers. They are still cargo worthy and airtight and watertight. Shipping lines will not sell us anything younger than 2005. Once the shipping containers get here, we treat them for washing off the salt and the oil and any debris. Thereafter we treat them for the rust, deoxidize the rust, and then paint it with 2 coats of NS4 anti-rust paint. And then we start the process of cutting out and putting the steel frames in for the aluminium windows. We then do stud and track, installation, internal wiring, internal plumbing, and then the boards get put up. We've built 3 medical units which we sent to Tanzania. We've sent 3 offices to Cameroon, as well as a community centre in Khayelitsha, and we've done ablution facilities in Soweto. Shipping container housing and offices and being converted into livable units or workable units are definitely becoming more popular. I think a lot of municipalities are now starting to see it as a rational design rather than a shipping container on the side of the road. I think if my staff members could tell you, they'll tell you that I give them the same speech every single week about how every big company started in the back garage or started in a farm or started on the back of some other factory and grew into this huge conglomerate. So yes, that's where I see us. I see us taking over the world. I mean, it was something that we discussed 3 years ago before we even had the show village. And I believe it truly can. There's a lot of countries internationally that are looking at our units. We've been lucky enough to do a lot of international deliveries already, and I believe the scope is huge. I think there's a lot of interest in Africa, and yeah, like I said, I think taking over the world is one of the biggest things.